So hey there, in my jammies, and I've been not feeling the greatest today, but I'm about to watch the 2006 remake of When a Stranger Calls. When a Stranger Calls is a favorite movie of mine, the original. I really enjoyed Carol Kane, Charles Durning, great acting. Got a Scottish kind of creepy guy, and it's got a pretty brutal opening here. So I'll be back after the movie's over because wow, that's a good start, and the voice sounds familiar. So I'll be back after the movie's over to let you know what I think. Great opening. What in the blue hell did I just watch? I mean, seriously. First, let's get one thing out of the way. This is bad. I mean, I didn't know it was PG going in, and that doesn't bother me that much. I can deal with some PG movies. Hey, but this is bad. One of the worst things. There's a kind of a fake out scare where it turns out that the girl that's babysitting, she thinks it might be the stranger. By the way, that's Lance Henriksen's voice. I know it's Lance Henriksen's voice, and I'm going to look it up later. And there's a reason that this is pissing me off, and I'll get to it later on. So she goes downstairs, or goes up to the guest house. It's just jumbled right now. And there's the maid feeding the fish. Why do you need a babysitter? Your maid's right there. She's feeding your fish. It's like that Saturday Night Live skit. You know, he's checking your mail. He's feeding your plants. Let him sleep in your bed. Come on. What the hell? Why did you need the babysitter? Is the maid that creepy and incompetent? And if your maid is that creepy and incompetent, why is she in the house when your kids are in the house anyway? Okay, so this is a big house. And it's, she keeps getting calls from a guy that I'm sure is Lance Henriksen. Later on, I'll tell you why this pisses me off. So, this movie apparently is going to take the first 15 minutes of When a Stranger Calls and stretch it out for the entire freaking length of the film. Let's give you a plot summary. At the beginning of the movie, there's a brutal child killing. And, okay, this Lance Henriksen thing is killing me. I've got to go check it out. So, yep, that is Lance. You'll see why I'm angry if you haven't seen this movie in a little bit. Anyway, so she goes up to the place to, after what seems to be a promising opening. Man, did that fool me. She goes up to this house, kind of out on its own type of thing. It's got like this big greenhouse type area, which will come to play later on. A little house on the side. You know, there's the boyfriend, there's the female friend, played by Katie Cassidy, and I love Katie Cassidy. She's really good. Harper's Island. She was the only really good thing about Nightmare on Elm Street. After she died, the movie turned to crap in the remake one. Not that it was very good in the first place, but okay. So much promise. So much wasted promise here. I guess maybe this is not made for my generation. Maybe it's not made for my age range. Maybe this is made for kids. But I'd rather show my kid Goosebumps than something like this. And, you know, Goosebumps is fun. This isn't. Even its twist ending makes no sense. It's just moronic. Anybody that bitched about the remake of Prom Night, shut the hell up and go watch this film. Because if you really want to see a remake done wrong on so many different levels, at least Prom Night was, Prom Night was brutal in the end. At the end of Prom Night, spoiler alert, the remake of Prom Night, she has lost everything. This dude has taken everything. He even takes her one true love away from her. And people, and I really appreciate the fact that they went that brutal with that movie. Uh, this movie, however, the brutality stops at the opening of the film. Not that it has to be brutal to be a good movie; it just has to be interesting. This movie is filled with calls that are not terrifying, even though it's Lance Henriksen. Lance Henriksen does the best job he can. Okay, let's get to it. I go to the end of this film, and they catch the killer. He gets arrested. He's not killed or anything like that. That would be that might be interesting. But no, the killer does not die. He gets arrested. He's taken away by the police, and we finally get to see the killer's face for the only time in it, and it is not Lance Henriksen. No, it's not. Why? I have no clue. But you know who it is? It's Tommy Flanagan. And if you watch Sons of Anarchy, you know who Tommy Flanagan is. It's not like Lance Henriksen had this great voice but didn't have a look for a killer. Lance Henriksen definitely has the look to play a killer. But the thing is, Tom Flanagan's a Scottish actor, and he would have been perfect voice-wise for the killer if you think back on the original film. He has the look, and he has the voice. He didn't need to get another voice in there. It's not like William Conrad coming in to do Legend of the Lone Ranger. This is completely different. Tom Flanagan is an actor, and a good actor. And we watch him now in quality stuff. I like Sons of Anarchy, by the way, guys. I gotta get caught up. I'm a little behind. So much promise. I mean, the house is set up nicely. I gotta check. Camilla Bell, that's her name, is in this one as well. She's the lead actress, and I can't blame her on what was done. But it's so they can't kill the kids apparently, so they kill her friend Tiffany, who was played by Kate Cassidy. I've actually got to go back. I've just watched this movie, and I have to go back on Wikipedia to see some of these interesting movie facts, because this is how much this movie bored me during the whole thing. And this is one I'm probably going to go back on down the road and say, oh, it's cool to have, because it's not a good movie, but it's at least slightly interesting movie. But right now, I'm not getting that feeling. I'm giving you my raw feelings after just watching this 87-minute long movie that seemed like much longer. I can call up your house and scare you more for 87 minutes by reading the phone book than this movie's going to scare you. It's just not scary. Then again, maybe it is made for the Goosebumps age range. That's great. If it is, wonderful. Still. Oh yeah, twist ending. Let's get to it. Because yeah, this is spoiler filled. At the end of the movie, basically she's in the hospital, and she gets a phone. There's nobody here in the hospital, so she gets a phone call. We know by this point this is a dream. It's a dream. It's a nightmare of a movie, but it's a dream. So she picks up the phone, and it's Lance Henriksen, because Tom Flanagan apparently was unable to speak during the making of this film, and and she starts screaming, he's in the house, he's in the house. You're in a freaking hospital. You're not in a house at this point. You're in a hospital. I don't care if it's a dream. You're in a hospital. In your dream, you're in a hospital. You're not in the house. So it wakes up, and we found out that basically she's dreaming, she's hallucinating, she's like batshit crazy. Maybe they were going to make a sequel with her as the babysitter killer. You know what? I would have liked that. That would have been a little bit more interesting in this movie. And maybe she would actually been able to kill people in it. The movie starts out with a child killing that was actually not seen, but well, I liked it. But the movie kind of spirals down from there. So many good actors. Who directed this thing? Let's see. Let's look at who I have to blame for directing this piece of crap. Alrighty. Simon West. I know that name. Okay. He directed Con Air. Lara Croft Tomb Raider. mechanic. Forgive him for that. Wait a minute. He's an action director. This is the guy that did Expendables 2. And Heat, which is coming out soon. So, yes, the genre was out. This is his only foray into the horror genre. Simon West is an action director, and he's very stylistic. So that part, I'll give credit to that part. The movie is very stylized, and this could have been done so well. Maybe I'm too big of a fan of the original film to actually grasp the subtle nuances that makes these gaping plot holes something that I want to see. But oh man, yeah. Okay, forgot this. So the girl, Jill Johnson. I'm seriously, it's alliterations right here. Basically, is a has to go babysit because she's gone over 800 minutes on her cell phone. Yeah, I'm not joking. That's why. It can't be, she needs money. We got to put that little kind of cute knot in there. Oh, the pain I go through for you guys. Anyway, I'm Aaron. I'm your Canadian connection on the Horror Globe here, and thanks for watching and sharing my pain with me. I suffer for you, so you don't have to. You can give this one a pass. Go back, watch the original one with, and then you know what? Go watch the HBO produced remake, When a Stranger Calls Back, because that is also better than this movie. Or call your friend up and talk for, I don't know, 800 minutes. Still better than this movie. Thanks for watching, guys. Right now, I have to refill this because it is now time for relaxing, soothing, calming tea. It is time for tea.